Hello, everyone. So, welcome back to another episode of our English podcast series. And in today's episode, we'll talk about some new vocabulary words and some grammar rule that will helpful for you. So, let's start. So, today I decided to do something slightly dangerous. Yes, it's not skydiving, not bungee jumping, something even scarier. Yes, I challenged myself to speak only English for an entire day. And honestly, guys, I thought this is going to be easy. Then 5 minutes later, I realized my confidence was much bigger than my English. Yes. And the day started well. I woke up and said good morning to me. I looked outside and thought it's a beautiful day. I even made my bed while talking to myself. Everything felt great. Then suddenly my mom called me for the kitchen and she said, "Come and have breakfast." And without thinking, I almost replied in my native language. Then I literally stopped myself halfway. My brain was like, emergency, native language detected. So I smiled and said, "I am coming." That tiny moment taught me something. Speaking English isn't difficult. Remembering to speak English is. Yes. So while making breakfast, I wanted to say, "Can you pass me the salt?" Instead, I stood there pointing at the salt like this. So this, the white thing next to the plate. So my mom looked at me and said, "Are you okay?" And suddenly we both laughed. And you know what? The conversation still continued. So that's when I realized something important. You don't always need the perfect word. If you don't know a word, so describe it. Communication is more important than perfection, guys. Yes. And later, I opened my laptop to study. After 10 minutes, I caught myself thinking in my native again. At first, I felt disappointed. Then I remembered changing habits takes time. You don't switch your brain overnight, you train it. Yes, so little by little. Here's something funny. Whenever I spoke to myself, my English was actually pretty good. But the moment another person entered the conversation, so my confidence quietly disappeared. Yes, can anyone relate? And suddenly I started checking every sentence. Is this grammar correct? Should I use has or have? What if I make a mistake? And meanwhile, the other person was simply waiting for my answer. They weren't checking my grammar, and I was. Sometimes we are our own biggest obstacle. Yes. So, by the way, did you notice something? I said the other person was waiting, not the other person were waiting. You know why? Because person is singular. So we use was. If I say the other people, then it becomes the other people were waiting. See, grammar become much easier when it's part of a real conversation. So, in the afternoon, I went outside to buy a few things. So the shopkeeper asked, "Anything else?" And my brain froze for 2 seconds. Then I remembered something. Fluent speakers don't always answer immediately. They buy time. So I simply said, let me think for a second. Those few seconds were enough. Yes, I relaxed and answered naturally. Sometimes confidence is just giving yourself permission to think. Yes, guys. And after that, by evening, something surprising happened. Yes, I wasn't translating every sentence anymore. Not because my English suddenly became perfect, but because I had stopped worrying about being perfect. Yes, guys, that was the real lesson of the day. The goal isn't to speak perfect English. The goal is to keep the conversation alive. You know one thing, we often hesitate because we think every sentence has to be impressive. But real conversation aren't impressive. They are simple. Now, for example, how was your day? I am tired. That sounds fun. Really? What happened next? That's how people actually talk, guys. And honestly, I ended the day feeling proud of myself. Not because I spoke perfect English, but because I didn't quite after making mistakes. And I kept going, and that's what fluency really looks like, guys. Yes. So before we finish, just take a word tour. So today's vocabulary first, hesitate. It means to pause because you are unsure. For example, I hesitated before answering the question. And the next example is don't hesitate to ask for help. And the second word is obstacle, meaning something that stops your progress. For example, fear is the biggest obstacle to speaking English. And the another example is every obstacle teaches us something new. Yes, guys. So I'll tell you one more grammar rule. Earlier I said I went outside to buy a few things. You guys noticed I say a few things. Few things means countable. But a little water. It means water is uncountable noun. Okay, guys, for example, I have a few friends who speak English. And another is I need a little time to think. Remember simple rule. Few is for countable noun and little is for uncountable noun. So here's today's challenge for you. For just 10 minutes, try doing one daily activity only in English. Talk to yourself, describe what you are doing, don't stop when you forget a word. Describe it instead because fluency doesn't begin when you know thousands of words. It begins when you stop being afraid of using the words you already know. So now tell me in the comments if you had to speak only English for one whole day. So what's the first situation where you think you'd accidentally switch to your native language? Yes, guys. Breakfast, talking to your family, or answering a phone call. I really want to know. And in the next episode, we are going to learn how to sound more natural in English without using difficult words. So I'll see you there. Bye bye. Stay tuned with me, guys.